He's tuning.
Oh, he's tuning up. Hi, Sitaram. How are you?
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Shri Ram Jai
We are starting our morning puja. We'd like to welcome each and every one of you. As today is the starting of our Bhagavad Saptaha, we ask Bhagwan for his grace and for his blessings during this period of 7 days and 7 nights, that he may help us so we get through it very nicely and everybody happy. Om Asangoham 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 Punaha Punaha
Asangoham 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 Punaha Punaha
Satchidanandarupoham
Satchidananda Rupoham
Ahameva Vahamvyam
Ahameva Hamavyaya.
Can I put the fans on? Fans. This is the most important part of our service, our puja, where the music can allow you to have some stillness of your mind, which will be the topic of today's discussion. And that stillness must run through your whole system. So this part is very important, that we should forget ourselves a little bit, forget this body and rise above it. Dharmanishthosmi Dacha Atmavedi Bhaktimatva Charanaravilde Akincha Analya Gati Sharanya Tvatpadamulam Sharanam Prapadya. Kararavilde Kararavilde Napadaravilde Pukkaravilde Vidiveshayaltam Vattasya patra Syapute Shayadav Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami Balam Mukundam चित्तवृत्ते दत्यादिकं हवशादवोषत्
गोविंद नामो धर्मात् वेदे
गोविन्द दामोदरमाधवेते
गोविंद नामो धर्मात् वेदे
Enjoy the music. Let the music go into you and forget where you are today and just be one with that divine. Guhe go pavadu kadamba sarve militva sabhavapya yoga punyani namani pathanti nityam
गोविंद नामो धर्मात् वेदे
Govinda Damodara Madhavete
गोविंद नामो धर्मात् वेदे
Govinda Damodara Madhavete
गोविंद नामो धर्मात् वेदे
Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Radha Narayana Vasudeva Shive Pivaswamritameta Deva
गोविंद नामो धर्मात् वेदे
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol Boliye
मुझे जी राधा रमण हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol
मुझे जय राधा रमण हरि बोल जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol
जय जय राधा रमण हरि
Bolo
बोल
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol Bhujagashairam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadisham Megavaram Shubham. As you do this prayer, imagine Bhagwan Shantakaram Bhujagashairam, all peace, lying on the bed of snakes, Padmanabham Suresham, but from his navel comes out that Kamal, Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham, the whole Vishwa, the whole world. That is why his name is Vishnu, because he takes care of the whole world. Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham, Megavaradam Shubhangam. What is his color? His color is blue. Why is his color blue? Because when you go to the seashore and you look towards the horizon, the end of the horizon gives that blue color. Even in the muddy waters of Guyana, if you go look at it, way down in the horizon, you see that blueness of the horizon, which represents infinity. Hinduism is a symbolic religion. That blueness represents infinity. This is what this prayer is about. Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hriday Dhyanagamyam. The yogis get lost when they think of Mahalakshmi. Kamalanayanam. Her eyes are like? I forgot.
Lotus.
Lotus. Kamalanayanam. Bande Vishnu Bhava Bhayaharam. I pray to that Lord to remove all my bhai, all my fears. You know, in Shiv Chalisa, what the Doha says? Jai Ganesha Girija Suvan Mangala Mula Sujan Kahat Ayodhya Dasatum Dehu Abhay Varadar. We must be fearless. This is the summum bonum of spirituality, where we must come out to be fearless of anything and everything that happens. So we do the prayer again. Shantakaram Bhujagashairam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadisham Megavaram Shubhagam Lakshmi Kaltam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hriday Dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnu Bhava Bhayaharam Sarvaloke Karathav. तेरी अखियाँ है जादू भरे बिहारी मैं तो कब से खड़े तेरे
अखियाँ है जादू भरे बिहारी मैं तो कब से खड़े
तेरे अखियाँ है जादू भरे बिहारी मैं तो कब से खड़े
तेरी अखियाँ है जादू भरे बिहारी मैं तो कब से खड़ी
This Panditji has come from Guyana. He was saying he go to Vishnu temple and all they do is sing all the time. So, this morning I would like to talk about the stream of thinking, have I? The stream of thinking that disturbs our minds. All of us. Thoughts come to us. We are bombarded by thoughts. Thousands of thoughts per day come into our hearts and into our minds, and we are so bombarded by them that we have no peace. And you don't have to go anywhere to look for the peace. You don't have to buy that peace, because where that peace is,
Within.
that peace is within you. But how can you find that peace? You can only find that peace when you can understand that today, now, I would like to enjoy my presence, enjoy myself. Let no thoughts come from anywhere, because the streaming of thoughts, you'll be surprised how many people just cannot understand to be happy with themselves. They have to depend upon a dog, because when you pet a dog, the dog don't have any thoughts about you. So you pet the dog, and when you pet the dog, थोड़ा सुकून आएंगे. You get a little bit happiness, because the dog does not speak back to you. The dog is happy, you are petting him, he's happy, and you become happy. You must try for few moments in the day, to be without thoughts. Because these are the things that gives us total unhappiness. And if you can conquer this attitude 2 or 3 times per day, where you can stop thoughts from coming to your minds, say for 5 minutes. 5 minutes you say, what? I would not allow any thoughts to come into my mind. You know what happened? It's like the man who went to the yogi, and the man asked the yogi, what meditation shall I do? How can I get my mind to be free? The yogi knows that he's not ready, so the yogi tells him, think about monkeys and your mind will be free. When he went back, the only thing that comes into his mind was monkeys. So the only thing that can keep your mind free and free from all uselessnesses is to sit ekant, sit alone, few minutes of the day. And I will show you a mudra just now, how to do that. Sit for and what you do, you take that moment and you look at the sky. What a wonderful place it is. You look at the sky, the expanse of the sky, the huge sky, and you are lost in the sky. You can only be lost in the sky if no thoughts are streaming through your mind. Because if any thoughts are streaming through your mind, you would not even see the beautiful sky. Is that true? A starry night, a moonlit night, you look at it, and you take the outside space. This is the most important sentence this morning. You take the outside space and you create an inside space that is so expansive that no thoughts can come into that space at this time. Create that. This is what our Vedas says, Aham Brahmasmi. One of the Mahavakyas of the Veda. There are 4 Mahavakyas. One of the Mahavakyas is Aham Brahmasmi, and is Tattvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Well, how do we get yourself to be no Brahman? How do you know you're Brahman? You can only know you're Brahman, that Brahmanatva resides in you, when you can capture that silence, when you can capture that no streaming of thoughts coming to your mind. You look at it, as I said, the space, you look at the flowers, you look at the trees, branches moving in the breeze, or you go to the seashore. If you are lucky enough, like some of us, to live by big expanse of water, you see the beautiful sunrise in the morning. You know, when I look at the sunrise in the morning, just coming up into the water, you forget everything. I just feel lost in the sunrise. But you can only do that if your mind is decluttered. Our mind is so cluttered. You know, you go to your house, you declutter your house. How you declutter? I don't want this thing, I take it out. I don't want that thing. I want to move this thing here. Just like how you declutter your space, your material space, we have to learn to declutter our mind. But do you think we can declutter our mind? Do you see anyone sitting quietly anywhere? Just sitting and enjoying this expanse of the universe or the world? You see anyone do it? No. Why? You know why they can't do it? What do they have in their hands?
Phone.
Huh?
Phone.
What do we have in our hands? As soon as they sit down, even if they have nothing, they pick up. They have nothing to do, but they have to impress the person next to me. I'm very busy. Let me check my email. Let me check my Facebook. Some people, when they are going to the bathroom, they put it on Facebook. I am going to the bathroom now. When I come out, put it on Facebook. And all the messages you get, out of 100 messages you get, text messages, 99 are useless. And as soon as you are going to be lost in your thoughts, the phone, message come. What's the message? What's up? That's the message. What's up? Nothing is up. You're disturbing me. So you declutter your mind because we clutter our minds because we have all these things around us to prevent our mind from being in one with God, in that presence. If we learn to declutter our mind, and if we learn from time to time to stop the stream of thoughts coming into us, you will be surprised that you will get problems in life. I'm not saying you will not get problems, but if you can stop the stream of thoughts and you can declutter your mind, you will be able to deal with the problems that come into your lives. What a person says, if I get 1 million, I'll be happy. But maybe 10 million will be better. Okay, take 10 million. I've seen people with more than 10 million. People with more than 10 million, I've seen them, they've talked to me. And I will tell you here today, they are not happy. They got the best of cars. They have the best of homes. Well, I won't say homes, houses. I hope you know the difference. The best of houses. The best of everything. Servants. Galore. Yet, this is wrong. That is wrong. And when you think that you have reached that stage that now I'm happy, something pops up and make you unhappy. This is the world, and this is the world that we live in, and we have to understand that for us to be happy in inverted commas, unhappy circumstances, we must make our mind strong and make our mind positive. And we can only do this if we can sit for a few minutes a day. You know, you go to gym to exercise, to build muscles. I don't know how you go to the gym, but you know, if you want to build your arms and your triceps, like that, you pull that thing towards the side, etc. And it gives you muscles. To exercise your mind. Take your mind to the gym. And you can only take your mind to the gym when you can observe silence without any thoughts streaming through you. That's the only time. You can exercise that mind so that mind becomes strong. Look, you're reading a book. You get lost in the book. At that time, no thoughts are streaming through your mind. You're just reading a book. Or a music. You listen to music and you're lost. Einstein, he was so lost in his work in the lab that when he come home from the lab to his home, not only the coat is there on him, but the hanger of the coat is also there on him. He did not even realize that he put on his coat with the hanger of the coat. Why? Because at that time, he was thinking nothing else but the work that he was doing, was lost in it. We have to be lost, not in God. We have to be lost when nothing comes to our mind. Absolutely nothing. Declutter your mind. You run a race, you swim, you climb a mountain, and you reach up there. I've reached, I've conquered it. For that moment, no thoughts are coming to your mind. You're happy. Like Archimedes, when he found that things float, what he said, when he jumped out and said what? What did he say? Gary, what did Archimedes say? Eureka! It's only I know these things. You mean you all don't read? Anyhow, be that as it may. I know you all read, but you don't want to talk. So we give you that. So let's take the outer space and create that inner space. Declutter your mind. And when you declutter your mind, in Ramcharitmanas, there's a beautiful chopai which I've said so many times. When Nishad told Lakshman how bad is Kaikai, that Kaikai made Lord Rama come and sleep on the ground. Lakshman's mind was decluttered. Lakshman then, you talk about clutter, I'll come back to it. I had some, today as I sit here, last night I had some serious problems to deal with. And I want to know how to deal with this problem. How to deal with this problem that you don't hurt somebody and you get rid of the problem. I tossed and turned all that because it was a serious problem. And I eventually said, I leave it to Bhagwan. I said, please direct me. As I've always told you, when you pray, you ask God, what? Allow me to make the right decisions. You don't pray to Bhagwan and say, I want to go to heaven. That's not what you pray for. When you want to fool people, you tell people that. No, you pray and you ask, Lord, allow me to make the right decision. When Lakshman was asked by Nishad, Ayodhya Dr. Chopai 91, Nishad said, how all this is happening. Lakshman then said to Nishad,
Ram Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Pratik Pawan Sita Ram.
Kahu na ko, sukha dukha kar data. जब उस
दशरथ अजीर बिहारी राम सिया राम जय जय राम प्रतीक पावन सीताराम
सिया राम जय जय राम
प्रतीक पावन सीताराम.
So, Lakshman told Nishad, everyone gets according to their karma. Lakshman was not upset. Because what? Lakshman's mind was free from clutter. He had no clutter. There was no reaction. He said, Nishad, every man is subjected to their karma. But I try to tell you, when you declutter your mind, when you stop the stream of thoughts from 2-3 times a day, your mind will become so strong that even when something goes wrong, you will say, you know what, this will not take away my happiness. But if the mind is not strong, you will succumb to the weight of all the thoughts that are coming. Oh my God, this has happened to me. How many times 10 years ago, let us say, you thought, I can never get through this. 10 years after, you got through it. Is that so? So many times. So many times. If you do not find this peace of mind within ourselves, not you, we. If we do not find this peace of mind within ourselves, we will be living a frustrated life. You think you're married now, you think you'll be happy. You divorce. You're married again. You think you'll be happy. You divorce again. This is what happens. You have to have some silence. We have to have that silence, and when that silence is within us, you'll be surprised how beautiful life can be. But when we don't have that silence, then that silence gets away from us. And Kabir is saying beautifully in his Doha that Dukha mein sumiran sab kare, sukha mein kare na koi, jo sukha mein sumiran kare to
दुख काहे को होय बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम राम राम
चलती चक्की देख कर दिया कबीरा रो, चलती चक्की
देख के दिया कबीरा रो
दो पातन के बीच में साबित बचा न कोई।
बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम राम राम
बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम,
बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम राम राम
कबीर सब जग निर्धना, धनवंता नहीं कोई।
कबीर सब छग निर्धना धनवंता
one thing remember. What does not leave you alone? What does not leave you alone? Huh? Your mind. Your mind does not leave you alone. If you bother this mind, you will go bonkers. So conquer the thoughts of the mind by stop the streaming. I will show you a mudra called Apaan Mudra, which is such a beautiful mudra that you can see it hopefully on the screen by tomorrow. You might get it on the screen. I don't know why those people take so long to put it on the screen. Anyhow, so Apaan Mudra is the mudra in which you... Can you put who puts on the screen? You? Oh. You look at the mudra. Is there another picture of it? That's not the picture I gave you. Is it? You have another picture of it? Can you show it, please? That's what I want to show. That is much better than what he showed us, all right? So, Apaan Mudra, to get your mind decluttered, to help you in this process, the yogis of thousands of years have given us this mudra. The mudra is to take the middle and the ring finger, and both fingers must touch the thumb, and the two other fingers, the ring finger and the index finger, must be straight. You take that mudra and you put it on top of your lap. And when you put that mudra on top of your lap, and you just for a second, or a second, for a few seconds, you do Omkar, you will feel a difference. So we try it a little bit. When you can do the Om that long, you must know COVID never affected your lungs. There are two other doctors here. They will tell you, hopefully they agree with me. So, can you put back the mudra that I had before, please? Yeah. So that mudra, I want you all to make sure that you see the two fingers, the ring, the index, and the little finger must be straight. It can't be tirha. It can't be a little bit flexed. It must be fully extended, as you say in medicine, fully extended. Keep this like that. And next, Prabhat. Next, please. What are the benefits of that mudra? The benefits of that mudra, it's good for digestive support, gastritis, IBS, colitis, and all these other things. But more than that, I am not subscribing to that because I can't give any proof of that. But what I can tell you, the energy release is very important. And what you want to have in your body is the energy to stop the streaming of thoughts, to try to keep the mind peaceful. And in this yogic mudra, if you do it, it says toxin removal, calm. So I think energy release and calmness induction, those are the two that I will take, which I say you can get from this mudra. Next one, Prabhat. Apaan Mudra, according to this, our old Vedic text, has a cleansing effect on all organs. It removes toxin from the body. This is not a medical talk, by the way. And the Apaan Mudra is a detoxifier. So, with this mudra in mind, and what we have said so far this morning, to sense the presence in you. You must sense the presence in you. We are now going to try to use this mudra and go into meditation. We should sit with our spine erect as much as possible. Even if you're in a chair, please sit with your spine erect. That's the most important thing in meditation, is to keep that merudanda, that spine must be erect. And with that erect spine, we breathe in and out slowly. We shrug our shoulders, relax our shoulders, relax our neck, move our neck from side to side, relax your shoulders, move your waist a little bit, jiggle your feet, and be prepared for a few minutes of this type of meditation. Sit with your back straight, and we start with Omkar. Deep breath in, and on top of the breath, you do the Omkar. Breathe in and out slowly. With the Apaan Mudra, you focus on your navel. That is where the effects of the body takes place, so from the navel right down to your toes. If you have restless leg, if you have knee pain, hip pain, problems with the colon, the bladder, genital organs, whatsoever the case may be, Apana Mudra is extremely important. So we breathe in and out. Let's focus on our navel. Breathe in and out. Focus that energy source. Take the energy from the universe. The universe is filled with energy. Capture that energy. Put it into your body. Keep the Apaan Mudra as it is. And let's do another Omkar. Deep breath in. What I said this morning, let us declutter our mind. Let us take the outside space and make an huge inner space in our own bodies. That space is filled with beautiful flowers and huge waves. Birds are singing. And you talk to God in silence for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, silence. Talk to God. Let your mind be free from all thoughts from outside. Just you and you alone.
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान्
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
मृत्योर्मायमिदं गमय
ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ
भक्ति दीप जलाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
धरा से पीड़ मिटाओ
अमृत रस बरसाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
जीवन को नित महकाओ
जीवन को नित महकाओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
हर संताप घटाओ
नारायण को हर्षाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
ओम सहरा भवतु सहरौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनापधेतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः
हरि ओम
Rub your hands together, put it on your face, ask all that energy coming to you from your fingertips. निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे
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 श्याम राधे राधे 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 घनश्याम राधे राधे
निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे
निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे
वाह उनके रहमत का झूमर सजाया है
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है।
कमले वाले के महफिल सजे है,
वो कमली वाले की महफिल सजी है,
कमले वाले के महफिल सजे है,
वो कमली वाले की महफिल सजी है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया 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 है।
मुझको महसूस ये हो रहा
वो
है,
मुझको महसूस ये हो रहा है,
जैसे गंगा यहाँ बह रहे है,
वो जैसे गंगा यहाँ बह रही है,
जैसे यमुना यहाँ बह रहे
वो
है,
जैसे यमुना यहाँ बह रही है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया 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 है।
मुझको महसूस ये हो रहा
वो मुझको
है,
महसूस ये हो रहा है,
तेरे महफिल में करुणा भरे है,
तेरे महफिल में करुणा भरी है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है।
उनकी रहमत अर्थ धर्म काम रुचि गति रचहु निर्वाण जन्म जन्म रति राम पद यह वरदान अर्थ धर्म काम रुचि गति न चहु निर्वाण जन्म जन्म रति राम पद यह वरदान स्वामी मोहि न बिसरायो लाख लोग मिल जाए हमसे तुमको बहुत है तुमसे हमको राम बोलो राम
बोलो राम, बोलो राम, बोलो राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम।
So this is what we like. Artharadhar Vadaka Varuche. All we need is to remember the name of Prabhu. Keep our minds decluttered if you can. And when you declutter the mind and you do this mudra, it detoxifies the body. Why? You see, if you look at the screen, you'll see a normal cell
Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah.
You see a normal cell, you see an oxidative stress cell. See that? The last on that side? Are the free radicals you see on top. Free radicals are things like copper, magnesium, zinc, lead, iron, that floats in your body as free radicals. And if you don't do what they call, that is why, you eat blueberries and all these things. Why you use them? Because they are? Huh?
Antioxidants.
They are?
Antioxidants.
What?
Antioxidants.
When you don't say it a little slow, little, I can hardly, antioxidants. The blueberries and the other thing, they capture these free radicals and prevent them from lodging in your brain. If you do an MRI on someone who is mentally deficient in one way or another, you will see lots of these oxidative stuff in their brain in the form of something called, I don't want to tell you too much, medical amyloid. You all have heard of amyloid? Amyloid in the brain? No? It's like whitish substance on an MRI. These free radicals, they are the ones that cause the amyloid to be deposited in your brain. That is why you must have antioxidants. This, Apaan Mudra, corrects this. We'll have one more bhajan, and then we'll talk about hypertension.
Radhe Radhe Govinde Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe 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 Govinde Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe Govinde Radhe Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Gopal Radhe 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 Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopal Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopal Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopal Radhe Radhe Oh Govinda Radhe Radhe Gopal Radhe 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 Govinda Gopal Radhe Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe Gopal Radhe
बोलिए जयकारा शेरावाली दा
बोल सांचे दरबार की जय
प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी
बड़ा प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी
प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी
तू प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार
ओ यहाँ भक्तों की, ओ यहाँ भक्तों की लगी है कतार भवानी।
ओ प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी,
प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी।
ओ प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी।
ऊंचे पर्वत भवन निराला,
ऊंचे पर्वत भवन निराला,
ऊंचे पर्वत भवन निराला के ईश झुकावे संसार भवानी।
ओ प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी।
जगमग जगमग ज्योत जगे है,
ओ जगमग जगमग ज्योति जगे है,
जगमग जगमग ज्योत जगी हो तेरे चरणों में गंगा की धार भवानी।
ओ प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी।
सावन महीना मैया झूला झूले,
सावन महीना मैया झूला झूले,
सावन महीने मैया झूला झूले तेरे रूप संजोग का धार भवानी।
ओ प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी।
हम सबको है तेरा सहारा,
हम सबको है तेरा सहारा,
हम सबको है तेरा सहारा कर दे भक्तों का बेड़ा पार भवानी।
प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी, प्यारा सजा है तेरा द्वार भवानी।
बोलिए जयकारा महामाईदा।
बोल सांचे दरबार की जय।
So today I would like to talk about hypertension again, because hypertension is something that we really do not look after very well, and hypertension is known as a silent killer. The only time if you do not go to doctors and get checked for your high blood pressure, right, sir? Right, Dr. Sam? Hypertension is a silent killer. It kills you, and then you know you have hypertension. Well, before you die, either you rupture a vessel in your brain, or you got a heart failure, or you get kidney disease, because the high pressure affects all these things. And it does not tell you anything until the end organ is damaged. About 1 in 3 in US adults with high blood pressure aren't even aware they have it, and aren't even be treated to control their blood pressure. In fact, that is why it is important to have your blood pressure checked. At least, I would say at least twice a year. Because once a year may be too long, especially if you are on the borderline. You should not wait for 1 year. You should at least check it every 6 months, or if you go for any other reason to your doctor's office, ask them to check your blood pressure. Next. You may also need to take medicines. Controlling or lowering blood pressure can help to prevent or delay serious health problems, as I just referred to as chronic. Why am I interested in this? Because we have the dialysis clinic in Guyana. I'm a surgeon. I should not be dealing with hypertension. But I go to Guyana and I see people who have lost their kidneys because of 2 things: diabetes and hypertension. There are a few other rare things like lupus, etc. But let us say the common things why people lose the function of their kidneys are because diabetes, hypertension. And if these are mismanaged, and when you are diabetic, invariably you are hypertensive because the vessels are affected with diabetes. So daily serious health problems such as chronic kidney disease, heart attack, heart failure, stroke, and possibly what is known as vascular dementia. High blood pressure. The thing that causes high blood pressure in most people is what is known as insulin resistance, which I have spoken to you all about ad nauseum, but I'm sure that you all have forgotten that is what insulin resistance is. Insulin resistance is when the body has so much insulin that the insulin is not functioning anymore. It remains in the body. And I don't know how many of you all have had your insulin checked. But when I have a serious diabetic patients, I check their insulin. And I know that from the insulin, they have a lot of useless insulin aboard. And what this insulin does, it damages the blood vessels. And when it damages the blood vessels become stiff. You understand, if you have a pipe, and it's a soft pipe, there's not much resistance to the flow of water through it. But if the pipe is rigid, there is a constant resistance to it. But if the pipe is pliable, soft, you don't take much pressure to put the water through the pipe. Similarly, our vessels are like hoses. They're like hose pipes. And blood goes through them. The heart is the well. It pumps the blood into these hoses. And when these hoses become stiff, the heart simple. To be a doctor, you don't have to be bright, you know. Any stupid person can become a doctor. To become a mathematician, you got to be bright. To become a physicist, you got to be bright. Doctor, they take 5 years to teach us these few things. Why they take 5 years? Because our heads are hard. So you push the blood, except these two doctors here. So they push the blood through the pipe has to be soft. And you see, it says high insulin cause stiff. ART is the arteries. Sodium retention cause the arteries to be stiff. If you have high sodium, you know what high sodium gives? High sodium causes you to have low potassium. If you have high potassium, because the cell exchange takes place, I don't want to bother you too much with the physiology there. If you have high potassium, you get low sodium. So there are things that give you high potassium. Now, if you have kidney disease, you got to be careful of high potassium. If you don't have kidney disease, your kidneys will deal with your potassium. Vasoconstriction just means the arteries become stiff. So there's a syndrome called metabolic syndrome, which is so common. 30% of Americans have metabolic syndrome. What is metabolic syndrome? HBP is high blood pressure. H, cholesterol, high blood sugar, lots of belly fat, and insulin resistance cause metabolic syndrome. Now, you do not have to be obese to have metabolic syndrome. You can be thin. Some diabetics are thin outside, but they are fat where? Inside. What is called visceral fats. Visceral just means organ. Visceral fat means the fat along the small bowel. You have a lot of small bowel, 22 feet of small bowel you have. The fat along the small bowel, the fat along the mesentery, it eats up insulin. So you can be fat outside, thin inside. You can be thin outside and fat inside. It doesn't mean because you're thin, you can't have metabolic syndrome. That's I want you all to understand. And there's, of course, secondary, primary. So what you do, try to avoid salt. You cannot have hypertension and eat plantain chips or banana chips, right? Guyana get banana chips, cassava chips, banana chips, any preservative. Not only if you have hypertension, you should not eat anything that is in a plastic bag. It's not good for you. Anything that is processed is not good for you. They all have lots of trans fat and a lot of high sodium. They're not good for you. You will get a lot of hypertension with this, and it's not good. You have another slide? So the same slide with the metabolic syndrome. So what high blood pressure do? High blood pressure affects your heart. It's very simple. If the heart has to work hard, Just like when you go to a gym and you work hard, you develop muscles, your left ventricle, which is the main part of your heart that pushes the blood through your aorta, that works very hard. And when that works very hard, it gets big. It's called left, forget about it. It gets big, and when we do an x-ray, you will see you have a large heart. And what the doctor says? You got an enlarged heart. Why you have an enlarged heart is the real reason. Either you can have an enlarged heart because you have valvular disease, you can have an enlarged heart because you have high blood pressure, or you can have an enlarged heart because the muscle is affected, and there are a few other things which I don't want to bother you about. So these are the things that we must think about. Try and check your blood pressure. Blood pressure is a silent killer. Do not succumb to high blood pressure. We are now going to do Gita Dhyanam, and we are to watch Slok from Gita. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam
Narayana Swayam
Vyasena Gratitan Purana Muninam
Madhye Mahabharatam
Advaita Vitavarshini Bhagavate
Ashtadashadhyayini
Amba Tvamanu Sandaravi Bhagavan
Gite Bhavadveshini
Nabostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhim
Pullarvindayat Patra Netra
Yera Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradeepa
Prapalla Parijataya
Stotra Vetrena Panaye
Jnana Mudaya Krishnaya
Gita Amritahe Namaha
Sarvopadishado Gavo
Dugda Gopala Nandana
Pato Vatsa Sudhir Bhukta
Dugdam Gita Amritam Mahata
Vasudeva Sutav Devav
Kamsa Chanura Mardanam
Devaki Paramanandav
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Vishwadura Tata Jaya Tata Jala
Gandhara Nilotpala
Sharya Gragavati Kripeda Vahade
Karnena Velakula
Ashwattava Vikarna Ghora Makara
Duryodhana Vardini
Sutirna Kalupada Vairarade
Kaivartaka Keshava
Parasharya Vachasaroja Mamalam
Geetatha Gandhotkatam
Narakyanaka Kesarav Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Loke Satchara Shatpadairaharaha
Pipiyamanam Buddha
Yad Bharata Pankajav Kalibala
Pradvam Siram Shreyase
Mukav Karoti Bachalam
Pangam Langayate Girim
Yat Kripatamaham Vande
Paramananda Madhavam
Yang Brahma Parade Daruda Varuta
Stunvanti Divye Savai
Vedai Saga Parakramo Parashadai
Gayantiyam Savaga
Yadag Vastida Tadagatera Marasa
Pashyantiyam Yogino
Yasyatagra Vido Sura Suragara
Devaya Tasvai Namah
Gita, chapter 4, verse 11. Very famous verse. This verse is in Vishnu Sahasranam also. Ye yatha mam prapadyante
Ye yatha mam prapadyante
tasathaiva bhajamyaham
Mam sathaiva bhajamyaham
mama vartmanu vartante
Mama vartamanu vartante
manushya partha sarvashah
Manushya partha sarvashah
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम कर्मानुवर्तन्ते मनवर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः. So, mama vartmanuvartante, how people follow my path, manusya partha sarvashah. Govind, are you there? What is the rule? Are you sleeping? All right. क्या करे भाई? Yeah. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. Hello, sir. Sir? Excuse me. You got to go that way. That corner. Go that way, sir. The gentleman told you you have to observe the rule. Please go that side. Yes, thank you. Nobody observes the rule. Yes. As you were saying, Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjun that all who surrender to me, I will treat them accordingly. All of us, there are 7 billion of people in the universe. Each person have their own characteristic way of approaching the Lord. All 7 billion people, each person has their own characteristic way, their own unique way. Look, all 7 billion people, our eyes are not the same. That is why you have retinal checks. The eyes are not the same. Similarly, if you have 7 billion people, Bhagwan is saying that how you surrender to me, so I will reward you accordingly. If we follow this path, Bhagwan is saying, if you surrender to me, I will support you in all your ways. So we should try to surrender to the Lord in any way that we can. We must try to find that expanse of space within us. Our Vedas says, Aham Brahmasmi. Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of heaven is where?
Lies within you.
Within me. See, we are all brought up in Christian schools, so we know this. The kingdom of heaven is within you. What it means? That spaciousness, that beautiful thing. So today, what I talked about, please remember, we must try to remember to declutter our mind. And when you declutter your mind, and you go into the Apaan Mudra that I showed you, if you want to, you don't have to. If you want to do it, you may do it. But you can make your mind strong so that when difficulties come to us, and let me tell you, no matter who you are, no matter what you have, you will say, now I've got this, I'm the happiest person. The same day, the very same day, something has happened, and oh, I wish this was not so. This is Maya. This is the Maya of the world that we have. And this is why we are going to do 7 days of Katha. Hopefully we can get rid of this Maya. And we'll be in our own masti. Ye mere masti kahan se ke aaye.
ओ मुझे मेरी मस्ती कहाँ लेके आए
कहाँ लेके आई कहाँ लेके आई
कहाँ लेके आए कहाँ लेके आए
मुझे मेरे मस्त कहाँ लेके आई
ओ मुझे मेरी मस्ती कहाँ लेके आए
पता जब लगा मेरे मस्ती की मुझको
पता जब लगा मेरी मस्ती का मुझको
पता जब लगा मेरे मस्ती का मुझको
जब लगा मेरी मस्ती का मुझको
मेरे अपने कहाँ कुछ नहीं
ओ, मुझे मेरी मस्ती कहाँ लेके आई।
मुझे मेरे मस्ती. I have to leave some for. We have 7 days if I do all here and everything finished. We have with us Bandit Harish Tiwari, who is here from Guyana. Would like him to say a few words. I would like to welcome him. And Banditji, आप कुछ. Please, so they can see you.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
I'm indeed very delighted to be here with you all, and more importantly with Babaji. It's such a wonderful privilege of being among you wonderful people. I listened intently on what was delivered here this morning, and I'm sure there is so much food for thought that we can all empower, enrich ourselves. One great Maharishi says, the deep urges that are caused by our past actions bear tremendous flavor in our emotional structure. Precisely what Vyas Maharaj is saying today. Sometimes we ask ourselves, how can I control this mind, or how do I really pacify this mind? Maharishi Patanjali says that controlling the mind, or the vicissitudes of the mind, is what constitutes yoga. Yogas chitta vritti nirodha. And today I'd like to just share one little thought. And this thought is based on this young man who sits in this gaddi. Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita brings a very practical way that we can really control this mind. And it's called Nishkam Karma Kriya, where we do selfless, we do actions without ego and without egocentric desires. This is a very powerful and very practical way that you and I can really find a peace, that kingdom he talks about that sits and resides right in us. In our culture, we do not have to die to go find peace and happiness or kingdom of God, because in our culture we recognize that peace lay right within our hearts. And so Bhagavan Krishna brings a very practical way for all of us, because each and every one of us incessantly are part of a process of action. We're doing action all the time. He says, don't bother about changing your action. Change the methodology, the flavor of our action. And he talks about two very important words. Your action ought to be without ego. And secondly, without egocentric desires. Now, I allude to this because they say, some people say, do as I say, but don't do what I do. You hear that concept before, right? I think we're all born came from the colonial and imperialist kind of ideology. And so, you mustn't do what I do what I say. But I want to say, maybe with a pinch of salt, albeit that, well, you shouldn't use too much salt. But I'm very impressed with this Babaji here. And you know why? Because of the same two principles Bhagavan Krishna talks about. Without ego and without egocentric desires. And I tell you this, and I believe this is practical. If our actions in life can be with these two principles, without wanting to enhance your name, your fame, your disposition, the way people likes you, whether in this world, and if you can do it freely, like our Babaji is doing. Tremendous work he does in Guyana. He doesn't have to do it. And that's why, you know, I'm probably 30 years his junior, but look as young as he is. And this is because of that love and because of that selflessness. My friends, practical Hindu culture teaches us, be selfless. Whatever you do, be selfless and you will find a peace. That is the promise. Teshamaham samudharta mrityu samsara sagara, Bhagavan Krishna says. I shall take you across this ocean of delusion. Just be selfless. May God bless us all. And I wish you well for your yajna. Thank you. Sorry I won't be here with you, but yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Harish. Harish is from the same area that I grew up in. He was in Lusakrad, which is the next village, was Aradale. So, as a matter of fact, my father used to go to right through that, where he used to live, to go to the, what they call Matya, to do puja there. In Lusakrad estate. It's no longer there, of course. So I was very, very pleased to see him, and he is doing a lot of good work. Also in Guyana, his son is a second in charge of the embassy in India, seconded from the Guyana government, which has been helpful to me when I asked him for a little favor for somebody else. So I'm very pleased to see you here today, sir. Hanumanchari, sir.
हमारी राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
हमारी राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान
ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान
राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
Shri Guru Chara Sarojara Jaya.
निज मन मुकुर सुधार
Oh, Bhararo Raghavara Vimala Jaso.
जो दायक फल चार
Buddhihina Tanu Janike.
सुमिरो पवन कुमार
Balapuri Vidya Deho Mohe.
हरो कलेश विकार हमारे
राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
हमारे राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar.
जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर
Ramaduta Yatulita Paradhama.
अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा
Mahavira Vikram Bhajarangi.
कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी
Kanchana Parana Viraja Sumesha.
आनन कुंडल कुंचित केशा
Atmaja Dhvaja Virajay.
कान्हे मूज जनेऊ साजे
Shankara Swara Keshari Nandan. Teja Pratapa Mahajagamanda.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
हमारे राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
Vidyavara Guriyati Chatur.
राम काज करिबे को आतुर
Prabhu Charita Suribeko Rasya.
राम लखन सीता मन बसिया
Sukshma Rupa Dharisiya Hidikava.
विगत रूप धरि लंक जरावा
Deva Rupa Dhari Asura Samare.
रामचंद्र जी काज समाने
Jai Sajeevan Lakhar Jayaye.
श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए
Raghupati Ke Deva Uttavadaye. Tum Mama Priya Bharata Sambhaye.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान
हमारे राम जी को राम राम
कहियो जी हनुमान।
सास बदल तुमरो यश गावे,
अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे।
सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा,
नारद शारद सहित अहीशा,
यम कुबेर दिक्पाल चाहते,
कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते।
तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना,
राम मिलाए राजपद दीना।
तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना,
लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना।
युग सहस्र योजन पर भाजो,
लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानो।
प्रभु मोदिका मेरे मुख माहे,
जगति लांघ गए अचरज नाहि।
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगमय अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे,
होतन आज्ञा बिन पैसारे।
सब सकल है तुम्हारी शरणा,
तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना।
आपते सवारो आप,
तीनों लोक हांकते कापे।
भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे,
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे।
नाशय रोग हरै सब पीरा,
जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा।
संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे,
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे।
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे,
सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे।
चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा,
हे प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा।
सार संत के तुम रखवारे,
असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे।
अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता,
असबर दीन जानकी माता।
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा।
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे,
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे।
अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
और देवता चित्तर धरे,
हनुमत से सर्व सुख करे।
संकट कटाए मिटाई सब पीरा,
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई,
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई।
दोषत बार पात कर कोई,
छूते ही बंदी महासुख होई।
जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा,
होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीशा।
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ जय महदेरा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम,
कहियो जी हनुमान।
सीता राम राम राम,
सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, हनुमान बोलो।
ओ सीता राम राम राम। सीता राम राम राम। सीता राम राम राम। हनुमान।
सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, हनुमान।
पौरत रई संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, सीता से ढाए बसाओ सुर भोग
ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान
पावर चले हो गया पावर से हनुमान की जय So this brings us to the sponsorship of today's Preeti Bhoj. Today's Preeti Bhoj is sponsored by Ashish and Ankita Jain and family. So this is, Ankita is a daughter of Dr. Arun and Dr. Shushma Sood. They are visiting here. And you all can see the picture of BG and Babaji there. You all remember them? They were long time devotees of this temple. When we started in a small house, Babaji used to, during Navratri time, no one used to come. He used to come and light one little lamp. They say early 80s. But now, ho gaya. All our blessings have come. So, as आपका भाई यहाँ पर है? कहाँ है? भाई कहाँ है? आइए, दोनों आइए. So they are from India. Dr. Arun Sood is an internist. आइए जी, आइए. And Dr. Shushma Sood is an obstetrician and gynecologist. So we'd like to give you a shawl, sir, for being here with us.
आनंदोहम 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 आनंदोहम
आनंदोहम आनंदोहम आनंदोहम
You see, when Dr. Sood and his wife used to be here, Prabhat used to take them around. But Prabhat don't have that problem anymore because they have their own daughter here. So he tags along with them, of course. So next, Prabhat. They are going away next week, so we wish them well, wish them a happy journey, and God bless you all. Shravan is going on now. Tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow we are going to Rudra Havan outside under the trees. It's a beautiful time for us. Let us hope that the rain doesn't upset us too much. For 31 years, we have been doing that Havan dog there. So being Shravan Mass, being Monday, please, if you want not to get disappointed, please book your David Pandit Bhoj so you don't get disappointed when you come there expecting that something, a seat is all ready, prepared for your majesty when you come there. So let Pandit Bhoj knows. Okay, starting today, we have our Katha start this afternoon. And we have Potiyatra at about 6:30. 7 o'clock Katha start, we'll finish about 8:30. Today is the first day, so we'll have a short Katha. And then tomorrow we have Rudra Havan, so continue. I don't know if any days are available for cooking, but if any days are available for cooking for the Katha, it's a nice time to cook. I don't know if there are any days available. I don't look after those things, but the board looks after all those things. You can talk to him. You can join with someone if you can measure them, etc., etc. Shravan Purnima, Satya Katha Raksha Bandhan on Monday, August 19th. But when if the Kailash is finished outside by the 19th, I will do Monday morning at about 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We'll do Rudra Havan outside. We'll do the Havan outside. I'll do the Shravan Mass outside. in the morning of Monday. Janmashtami is on the 25th. Some people are celebrating it on the 26th. I look at the calendar. Gee? ISKCON, we don't go with this. ISKCON are not Hindus. ISKCON are Hare Krishnas. Go back on that date for me, please. So Sunday 25th is, because if we do it on the 26th, when midnight comes, the Tithi would have passed. So that is where, here. But in India, I think it is not on the 26th, am I right? So there'll be a problem here again. The 26th of August, we'll have problems here because people will be coming to observe Janmashtami. So we always manage. Next, please. That is not going to happen. Next. That's too long. So we are going to close up now. Sri Radhe Govinda Bhajo Bada Sri Radhe Radhe.
Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe.
Shri Radhe. Those who have prasad to Chढ़ावे, those who have prasad, please go and Chढ़ावे over there. Those who have prasad, please. Shri Radhe Govind Bhajo Bada Shri Radhe.
O Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe.
Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
O Radhe Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
Bolo Shri Radhe Govind Bhajo Bada Shri Radhe.
O Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe.
Vrindavan mein,
Radhe Radhe
Vrindavan mein,
Radhe Radhe
Valgaon mein,
Radhe Radhe
Valgaon mein,
Radhe
ए
Radhe
बरसाने में,
Radhe Radhe
राधे में,
Radhe Radhe
विष्णु मंदिर में,
Radhe Radhe
विष्णु मंदिर में,
Radhe
ए
Radhe
विष्णु मंदिर में,
Radhe
ए
Radhe
राधे राधे,
Radhe 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 Radhe
जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की
जय
सद्गुरु देव की
जय
ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव।
सर्जन विसर्जन तुम्ही विश्व करता, तुम्ही विश्व ज्योति में हो प्राण भरता, तुम्ही काल के काल हो शक्तिधारी, स्वीकारो स्वयं वंदना
I would like to thank Mr. Savraj's son, Vishal, for coming and playing with us this morning. Thank you very much, sir. And of course, the flute player who used to practice his flute in this temple has abandoned us for another temple. But that is life. You never depend upon anybody, only depend upon yourself. Arti.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare
भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का
स्वामी दुख दिन से मन का
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे
कष्ट मिटे तन का
ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण ग्रहु में किसकी स्वामी शरण ग्रहु में किसकी तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आश करूं मैं किसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे
तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी
स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर
परब्रह्म परमेश्वर
सबकी स्वामी
ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं मूरख हलकामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे
तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति
स्वामी सबके प्राणपति
किस बिन मिलो गोसाई
किस बिन मिलो दया में
तुमको बेकुमरी
ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटावो पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ावो संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे
तन मन धन सब तेरा
स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा
मेरा तुझको अर्पण
तेरा तुझको अर्पण
लागे मेरा
ओम जय जगदीश हरे
ओम जय जगदीश
ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए महालक्ष्मी विष्णु जी भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी तिरुपति बालाजी भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव। शिव शिव श्री राम।